name is David Gerboth, and I am the fire chief for the city of Salem. Well, I grew up in the San Francisco Bay Area. Grew up raised by a single mom. The day I graduated high school was actually the day I decided to become a firefighter. And so we had a sober grad night at my high school, and we were held on campus all night. About 6 o'clock in the morning, the local fire company came. They cooked us all breakfast. They were working together. They were engaged. They were in shape. And I started talking to them about the fire service. That next morning, I went home, took a shower, went to the fire station, continue that conversation, and that's the day I made the decision that I'm going to become a firefighter. The firefighters that I met told me, if you really want to do this career, you need to move to Redding, Northern California, and begin attending Shasta College, because that was the best college in California at the time to learn to be a firefighter. So that's what I did. I began my career as a student firefighter at Shasta College in 1992. While I was there, I met my wife, and while we were attending Shasta College together, we started exploring Oregon. We started skiing in Ashland, started visiting Southern Oregon, and then started visiting the rest of Oregon. Later in life, we have three kids, and so as we had children, we started bringing our children to Oregon. This really became this incredibly special place for us, and so we had these discussions that when I retire, we're going to buy a house in Oregon, and it just happened in a better way. So I was really happy with where I was working and wasn't really looking for a job, but I did see the flyer, and I started reading it. It was really reflective of my background, and it felt, as I was reading it, that wow, this could really be a great fit. I already knew the Willamette Valley and how beautiful it is, and I love the city, the eclectic neighborhoods, the preservation of downtown. It's really just a great place to live. And then really what, for me, solidified trying to come up here was the fire department, and the members of this department is really incredible. There's a great attitude here. There's a sense of service throughout every member of this department that is here to serve the community, provide the best and highest quality service, and it really just felt great. And so that's the reason I came to Salem. My oldest son is in college. He's at San Diego State, but my daughter, she just started University of Portland. So she Oregon special to her, and then my youngest son is right behind her, and he wants to come to U of O and become a Duck. So we're all migrating to Oregon, but we all find it to be a really beautiful, special place. So the last department I worked at was the City of San Diego Fire Rescue Department. And when I left there, I was in charge of all of our emergency operations, our fire stations, our special teams, emergency medical services, and then our lifeguard services division. And it was second in command of the San Diego Fire Department. So I had spent over 23 years in San Diego and worked every rank with the exception of fire chief there. Well, I have really three areas of priority coming into this role. And the first is enhancing service delivery and relationships. And so when I say service delivery, that is all the service we provide to the community. And one of the things that is going to improve here greatly is our ambulance service. And it's really exciting that July 1st, the Salem Fire Department will assume those responsibilities. So Salem Fire Department will be the ambulance service for the city of Salem. It'll be Salem Fire Department employees and Salem Fire Department ambulances that you'll see out there. So that's going to be a great enhancement to the community for that particular service. We're also looking at just evaluating the service compared to national standards. How are we doing? We know that we already have funding for replacement of one fire station and an additional fire station. So we're moving forward with that on constructing those facilities and really evaluating what best services we can provide. I think when I think of service delivery, there's the traditional service delivery we all think of with a fire engine, but there are some non-traditional services that we're not providing that I think we really could in the future. And a lot of that has to do with community health, community paramedicine, treating our most vulnerable, meeting them where they are, and being able to really address some of the issues that we have with whether it's addiction, mental health, homelessness, that we can address those proactively and not have to use the 911 system or not have to add to the overcrowding of our emergency rooms, being able to do those in a more proactive manner. As far as relationships, That's internal and external. I think there's really an opportunity to help build some relationships throughout the region, throughout the state. And then second is to ensure we have a diverse workforce that reflects the community we serve. And we have a very diverse community in Salem. I think we all come from different backgrounds that have different strengths, and we're just stronger when we have really a diverse, broad workforce. So one of the things, bringing the ambulance service into Salem, we have a large barrier to entry to come in the fire department, and that's paramedic. The paramedic certification takes a long time. Now with the ambulance service, we're going to hire a lot of basic EMTs, and it's a quicker process, but we're going to have paramedics and EMTs that are now coming on the fire department that are working specifically in those ambulance roles, but they're going to be working out of firehouses. They're going to be mentored and trained every day by firefighters, and eventually if they want to become firefighters, we're going to have a great path to be able to do that and diversify our workforce. And then lastly, is really provide for the health, well-being, and professional development of our members. And really, we want to have a healthy workforce. We want to do everything we can to make sure that we're providing for the health and safety of them. We've had certainly significant challenges in the fire service with cancer, with mental health issues, and we're really helping to provide those resources for our staff. And at the same time, professional development, where we are investing in the members of our department to move up throughout the organization. And so eventually, when I hope I have a long tenure here, but the next fire chief comes from Salem and comes from grows up from Salem. I feel extremely privileged to be your 43rd fire chief and to be able to serve this community and to spend my career serving others is really, I'm incredibly blessed to be able to do that. You know, this is the last stop in my career, right? I hope to have a long tenure here, but the reason I really came here is because I want to be part of something special. And I really feel that working together with the community, with the department, with the city, we're really going to be part of something special here in the future on how we deliver service and work with the community.